Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a IMBOLC reading, a channeled message reading for everyone. So it doesn't matter what sign you are. If you feel drawn to this reading, then there will be a message in here for you. IMBOLC is traditionally the halfway point between winter and spring. If you guys live in the US, this is typically celebrated as Groundhog Day. So we have about 6 more weeks left of winter. We're going to start off with some oracle cards. We'll get into the spread, and then we will end with oracle cards as well. I did want to touch base on a few of the major astrological transits happening today. So we have the Sun in Aquarius squaring Jupiter in Taurus. So this is actually kind of bringing us face to face with our higher ideals, our higher philosophies. We could be feeling very inspired. We could be feeling very creative. There's also an element of feeling more confident and having maybe a dose of good luck or a little bit more leeway when it comes to certain themes in our Taurus and Aquarius houses. For maybe over the weekend or maybe the next couple days, the next couple weeks. We also have Mercury conjoining Mars in Capricorn. So this is a very, I want to say like a stoic transit. So this is a transit where we are coming face to face with our wrongdoings, with our not incapabilities, but it's like where we lack, like we're coming face to face with where we lack effort, where we lack communication, where we are not putting enough of ourselves into a situation. And I feel like this could be something where you are, especially when it comes to your Capricorn house right now being activated, there could be a lot of movement happening. There could be a lot of changes happening. There could be a lot of not necessarily unexpected changes happening, but it could feel like something that is overdue or something that has been drawn out over a long period of time could be happening, or you're coming to realization about maybe certain themes in that house. And I feel like there could be this itch or this internal desire to want to make something bigger happen, or to want to strive for more when it comes to themes in that house. And we also have Uranus having stationed direct this morning in Taurus. So when Uranus stations direct, it gains a little bit more of its shock factor back. It gains a little bit more speed. And I feel like this for us could be a lot of changes happening in the Taurus house in the next couple of weeks as well. So pay attention to your Taurus house, your Aquarius house, and your Capricorn house, because there could be a lot of changes happening right now. And this is just today's transits. So there's a lot of big changes happening over the course of this weekend. And I feel like it's all to push us towards, for some of us, it's to make us uncomfortable in order to provoke change. For some of us, it's to inspire growth and to bring more growth to certain areas of our lives. But overall, this is going to be pretty much a transit where you can either walk into it like, I don't know, I was going to say blindly. I have two different things I want to say. So it's like you can either walk into this transit somewhat prepared and understanding that something is going to change for you, and that you're just going to follow with faith, right? Sun square Jupiter, you're going to have faith. You're going to have the push and the motivation to start something or to go along with something that feels very guided for you. Or you can be pushed into it with the Uranus energy, with the Mercury Mars energy. Mars is exalted in Capricorn as well, so there could even be like a rushed energy, or there could be an energy of wanting to be the best, or wanting to put your best foot out there, best foot forward. So there could be a lot of themes here where it's like, yeah, it's like you're either gonna willingly go for something, or you're gonna let the universe force something to happen for you in order to get you out of your comfort zone. And I feel like this could all be taking place in the next probably 6 weeks as we unfold into the rest of winter. By the spring equinox, that technically marks the start of the energetic new year. So the beginning of Aries season, Ostara, that's going to be a big time for us as well. So it's like now we are wrapping up the colder themes of winter, the death and rebirth themes. And some of us are coming out of hiding. We're coming out of a rebirth. We are healing, and we are preparing for the next steps. So I honestly have no idea what I just said. I am in complete channeling mode, so I hope I made sense. But let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to have us start off with some oracle cards. I feel like these fit the season very well. Yeah, you guys could even be getting premonitions or feeling that big things are going to happen very soon. So we should, for the most part, be over the worst of winter, which I am going to talk about when I get into the spread. So let's just open up with this. What are some messages that the collective needs to hear right now? We have herbal craft, regeneration, plant medicine, caretaker, and bloomer. Hope you guys can see this, because if not, I might turn the light on. Yeah, it should be fine. So herbal craft, regeneration, plant medicine, caretaker, and bloomer. So for some of you guys, you could be delving into herbs. You could be learning a lot about magic. You could be learning a lot about different plants. You could be learning about lunar magic as well. There is an elephant. Maybe there's an elephant in the room for some of you guys, but there is an element here of being very tapped into your feminine energy. And Capricorn season, which we have just come out of, is a feminine energy. It's a feminine season. So there could have been a theme here of course, death and rebirth, getting to know yourself again. I think I'm going to read what the book says for that too, though. So let's get one more card for messages to open up this IMBOLC reading for the collective. And I don't think I even mentioned it. IMBOLC takes place on February 1st. So that is when that is celebrated. We have hidden familiars, allies, natural assistance, divine support, and comfort. So I do feel like at this time, a lot of us are being guided by nature. So there's this strong element of plants, herbs, and there's a strong element of animal spirits, of guardian spirits, familiar spirits helping us out at this time. So let me grab the book really quick, and then I'm going to read what these say. Okay. So we have number 7 and number 8. No way. We just got out of 2023, which was a 7-year, and we're in 2024 now, which is an 8-year. So this could be talking about some big change that has happened between, of course, the end of the year and now. So let's see. So you have number 7. Yeah. Healing, like magical aptitude, is accomplished in step-by-step increments. Who better to teach us about healing and regeneration than the plant kingdom? A bouquet of roses is not the same as any old bouquet of flowers, as roses indicate love, romance, and desire. How do you increase the power? By number. Whether you receive 5, 7, or 8 roses may be immaterial, but make that number a dozen and a powerful message is sent. So there could be something about the life cycles of not the animal world, but the plant world. So like when the trees die in the winter, when the plants die off. There could also be something here about numerology. Something about having a certain amount, certain frequency of something, or a certain number of something that makes something more potent or powerful. In the study of botany, flowers are the sexual organs of a plant, so symbolically they represent a drive and passion for living, of nature, and spiritual essence rooted in the spark of life. Not everybody has a green thumb, but all of us do need nature in order to breathe and thrive. We are caretakers of the natural land, and you have a duty to water the seeds of life's passions. You are the caretaker, the seed, the stem, the leaves, and the petals. By blooming in your unique form to the world, you are showing another that they too can be beautiful despite any surroundings. So this could even be talking about blooming in adversity, blooming in darkness, stepping into who you're supposed to be after a time period of maybe having gone through a change or having gone through a very tough time in your life. And this definitely talks about taking care of your vessel, your mental vessel, spiritual, physical. So we also have here, you are where you need to be in order to bloom. There is a call for healing, and the time to stand in aid is now. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's for you. The first step is to gather your tools in nature and listen to the wisdom planted all around you. Plants have medicine if you care to sit still with them long enough. Alternatively, where in your life are you allowing the passions to go untended, to wither and wilt away? Are you cutting your creative buds too soon? Do you not believe you are beautiful in your own making? What ideas and beliefs do you need to change now to see you are radiant in your unique form? Become your own caretaker and stop allowing others to cut you down. So this actually goes hand in hand with the Sun square Jupiter transit happening. Sun square Uranus is going to be in a couple weeks, maybe next week. But this is definitely fitting into that energy. It's talking about how you need to change in order to be seen in your authenticity, how you need to change in order to show yourself as who you truly want to be, and not allowing others to decide that for you, to decide who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to believe in. Sun square Uranus could also be bringing up aspects of your belief system, because Jupiter is belief system, higher knowledge, spirituality. And the sun has a lot to do with the ego, self-expression. So there could be something like maybe challenging your belief system or challenging the way you want to express yourself. So that could be a theme for you guys as well. So we have here number 8 as well. I'm going to read that. So allies, natural assistance, divine support, and comfort. Each living being has its own individual powers and its own individual skills to teach. Earth provides allies for every purpose. There are plants, animals, minerals, and spirit powers ready to assist you in the acquisition of literally any kill or experience. Or any skill, damn. Maybe you guys are going in for the kill for something. Just as every couple's marriage will be slightly different, so is every alliance. The nature of your personal animal alliances and the totems you attract depend upon your needs, desires, potential for growth, and expectations. Animal allies provide guidance, comfort, spiritual direction, and protection. This is reminding me of Brother Bear, if you guys have seen that movie, where Kenai got his totem and it was the bear, and he felt embarrassed and he kind of felt like slighted by his mission to learn love and to embrace love, because at the time he either wasn't emotionally mature enough for it, or he just didn't see any purpose in expressing love, and he had to go through a very harsh lesson. If you guys know that movie, I won't go into detail, but he had to pretty much commit a crime that he was guilty for. He had to change physically, and he had to live in another's footsteps in order to learn his lesson. So there could be something about maybe a certain animal spirit helping you learn a specific lesson, or there could be a theme in your life of over the past couple weeks or past couple months where you've had to, what does it say? Yeah, depend on your needs, desires, potential for growth, and expectation. So it really just depends on what lesson you guys needed to learn. And I remember in Brother Bear, he was jealous of his brothers because his oldest brother was the eagle, his middle brother was the wolf. And he's like, why am I the bear of love? Like, what is that for me? So maybe there's something here about love coming through for some of you guys. Maybe you guys are having a hard time opening up in love. That could be a specific message for someone. But overall, it's like the experiences that you attract are because that is the type of experience that is going to aid your soul's growth at that given moment. Is kind of what I'm trying to say here. So whatever you guys are going through, even if it's tough, it's supposed to help awaken you to step into who you're truly supposed to be. So we also have spirits assist us for any number of reasons. Some do it because they like us, while others do it as a professional patronage. Hecate is the matron of midwives. Demeter suffered the trauma of a kidnapped child, so if that's your personal pain, she shares it. Yeah, that's another thing too. So it's like if you have been through certain things in your life, a certain type of spirit or a certain type of animal will come into your life to help support you, to help kind of work through that energy. If a spirit resonates for you, odds are it's because they're already calling you, already lingering in the shadows. In general, they pick you. Whichever specific power it might be recognizes something about your power and initiates the alliance. You may have a recurring dream of a wolf chasing you, and you run, fearing it will harm you. The wolf keeps returning, frustrated in its attempts to reach you, as its intent is merely to offer advice and assistance. Yeah, so there could definitely be a theme here of you guys having a hard time facing your fears or facing the next level of growth that you're supposed to be on. And this could be something where you have been trying to connect to a certain energy for a while, a certain animal spirit or a certain spirit guide, and maybe you're not understanding the message, or maybe you're realizing that, yeah, I don't know, some of you guys are attracting new spirit guides. So I would pay attention to your dreams. I would pay attention to the synchronicities that you're experiencing in your everyday life, because I do feel like you guys are reaching a new stage of growth where you are attracting new energies towards you, not only in the physical but in the spiritual as well. So let's go ahead and start the spread here. Okay, so this is going to be a 4-card spread. Let's start with question number 1. So for the collective, please, what is the major lesson that we have learned from the depths of winter that we have just come out of? What is the major lesson that we have learned from the depths of winter? Okay, we have we have 3 cards for that one. Okay. So number 2, what do we need to cleanse and burn away at this time? I feel like this is going to be a loaded message today. How to prepare for spring. How can we best prepare for spring? Okay, and last question. What is something that we can look forward to as a collective? What is something that we can look forward to? Okay. Yeah, so back of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So this is definitely talking about there is a space between where we are and where we want to be. We're trying to bridge that gap. Maybe you guys are trying to find the tools that you need to cross the river this is like figuratively speaking, right? So it's like maybe you want to move. Maybe you want to move to another state, to another country, or maybe you want to make some sort of jump that you know that you need something else before you can accomplish that mission, before you can actually get to that next step. So this is something that we're focused on right now, which is very fitting for what IMBOLC means. So let's go ahead and see question number 1. What is a major lesson we've learned from the depths of winter? We have the King of Wands, we have the Empress, and we have the Hanged Man. So a lot of us have been doing a lot of thinking. I'm getting a big energy about love life. So this could be something about thinking about where you want to invest your energy when it comes to love. Maybe you guys have learned a lesson about your self-worth, where you truly want to be in life. I am getting this energy of a very like steadfast, very bold type of driven energy who wants to pursue something or who wants to get out of a situation, but it's like they're stuck. And this could be literally the energy of winter, where it's like we're waiting for spring to come, we're waiting for a change to happen in our lives, but it's not time for it to happen yet. So we go through a transformation when it comes to learning our worth, learning what we want. I just noticed how in this Empress card she's playing the harp, and it kind of looks like she's very longingly looking up at the sky, maybe making a wish. It kind of does feel like maybe your plans were halted, or something that you wanted to do was stopped, and you were kind of forced to take a look at things differently. You were forced to take a new perspective. Definitely feels like it was against your will, or it was against some sort of plan that you had. I'm hearing not so fast, so it's like there could have been something that you guys wanted to pursue and the universe put a halt on it, or the universe kind of, there's something about having to look at something differently, having to look at yourself differently, your life differently, to have a different perspective about something before something could happen for you. So maybe you were approaching something too rashly, too impulsively for some of you, and the universe really wanted you to have a time period of reflection before something actually happened, or before something actually changed for you. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just a typical winter energy, you know. It's like we're slowed down, the weather's kind of, it's cold, it's ugly. We're not able to, because the King of Wands, this is a summer energy, this is Leo energy in specific. So it's like you were not able to spread your fire, you were not able to charge after your desires. And there's something here about learning your worth, or having learned what you truly want out of being forced to like sit in this energy versus to take charge with it. So what do we need to cleanse and burn away? We have the Six of Swords and the Seven of Coins. So there's something here about leaving something behind, maybe something that you've been a part of for a long time, something that you've invested in for a long time. It could be anything, a job, a relationship, something that you have been giving a lot of time, energy, money, effort to. There's this energy of needing to leave something behind, to step away from something, to cut ties from someone or something, to close a chapter on something that maybe you have put a lot of effort into, and it's very hard for you to do that. Yeah, maybe you guys learned that what you were investing in maybe was not the right path for you, or it was, I don't know, I'm hearing waste of time. I don't really think anything truly is a waste of time, because I do feel like we learn lessons through everything in life, but maybe you guys feel that way. Maybe that's some of you, I'm picking up on some of your subconscious thoughts here. You feel like it's been a waste of time. You feel like it really does feel like we were frozen in time, and now it's like the energy is thawing, the snow is thawing, it's like the weather's getting slightly warmer, and there's this element of you having realized something about a situation that you were invested in or giving to, and realizing that you need to leave it behind, whatever it is. So how can we prepare for spring? Some of you guys are ready for growth, like your soul wants to grow. I'm getting like your soul wants to grow, it wants to experience something different. how to prepare for spring, we have the Devil. Very interesting. I'm gonna have to clarify that. The Devil for how we prepare for spring. It could be cutting yourself from addictive ties, from habits, from lower vibrational energies, anything that is making you feel bound or stuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clarify that because that's a little bit of a broad message there. Yeah, let me do that first. Let's clarify the Devil. How can we prepare for spring? Ace of Cups. Okay, yeah. Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. So again, we see this theme of love. We see this theme of emotional expression, wanting to find stability, wanting to find balance in our lives. And I feel like with this clarifying the Devil, there is something that you have realized maybe about how you feel, something about your emotions that wants to rise to the surface. Again, going with that thawing energy, it's like you were frozen during the winter and now maybe your heart is thawing or something's opening up and you're realizing how strongly you feel in a situation, or you're realizing that, I don't know, it feels like something about your emotions, it's very strong. It's like it has a hold on you right now, something that you really want, something that you want to pursue, or something that you want just to have. And for a lot of you, this does feel like love, a relationship. This feels like a very strong desire. What to look forward to? Justice and death. Wow. So some of you guys are cutting ties with toxic relationships in your lives. Some of you guys are getting a divorce. There could be something changing when it comes to your karmic path, I'm getting. I know the South Node is in Libra right now. And with death here, there could be something changing with your life's purpose or your path. Or you could be clearing a lot of karma from your past lives, maybe current life karma. It really feels like a huge energy of just being free of restriction, being free of restraint, being free of something that was holding you back, and letting it go away, letting it die off naturally as the seasons go. I still want to clarify the Devil and the Ace of Cups. How can we prepare for spring? Maybe just acknowledge what your heart desires. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups. Four of Cups. Maybe for a while you guys were not acknowledging the way that you felt about something, or you were not, like, I don't know why I'm hearing you were not privy to doing something or to going after something. I don't really talk like that, so that could be, I don't know, maybe someone says that here. But it's like you were not so excited about going after something that clearly has a brand new energy attached to it. And it could have been because you were on the wrong path. It could have been because you were charging forward on something that was not right for you. And then the universe kind of stopped you. And maybe it made things fall apart for you, or it slowed things down for you. Maybe it's been a very slow couple weeks for you. And there's an element of maybe you having realized during that time that you were approaching something inauthentically and it was not right for you. And now there's this Four of Cups, Ace of Wands. It's like you don't, or you didn't, at least in the past, you didn't want to take a look at the way that you felt. You didn't want to maybe see that there was something else out there for you when it comes to creativity, passion, love. And maybe now this is becoming more clear to you, like what you actually want. Let's clarify the Justice card. What can we look forward to? Clarify the Justice card. We have the Universe. I'm going to have to block that though. And we have the Two of Coins. And then we have the High Priestess here at the back. This is focused. Yeah. So again, wrapping up a cycle. Choosing the path of least resistance. Choosing the path of immediate gratification. Choosing the path. I'm getting again this like past life energy. There must be something going on with the nodes right now. Because there's this energy of like, do you stick with the same path? Do you try to balance that out, or do you go after the path that you are being intuitively guided to, that you are being emotionally and energetically guided to? And I feel like you guys could be in this in-between state where you're not sure, or where you're trying to figure out what you need to do to get there. If any of you guys follow me on Instagram, I actually just posted earlier today, what can you do, what steps can you take to cross the threshold that you have maybe put up for yourself, or the threshold that you thought that maybe you could not cross. There's something about that coming through as well. So you guys are like right at that threshold between the past and the new. And maybe you guys are not seeing something that you're supposed to do yet. Maybe it's not time to be revealed yet. We still do have 6 weeks of winter, but it's like something is becoming more clear to you, and you're realizing that you can either have the life that you've been living, or you can strive after a completely new life. It's kind of what I'm getting. Yeah. Do I stay in comfortability? Do I stay in a cycle that has already closed off for me, that has shown me that is not working out for me? Or do I balance my life out and do what my soul is calling me to do? Yeah. So right now I feel like a lot of us are at that threshold. A lot of us are experiencing maybe a wall. We're hitting a wall. We can't get any further in a certain situation, and we're trying to decide what we need to do. But it's like, while we're trying to decide what we need to do, while we're trying to fix things in the past, we have a huge brand new energy here available to us. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, that would probably be coming in the springtime. I do associate this with Aries and Cancer energy. So maybe spring, summertime is going to be very important. I know that is coming up a lot for a lot of signs collectively. So I do feel it has to do with the astrology. But yeah, it's like you're so preoccupied with maybe being dissatisfied about your past, trying to fix things, or trying to see. It's like you're not seeing something. You're not seeing that you have a new beginning around the corner because you're so wrapped up in the past. And maybe this hangman, this lesson is supposed to show you to look at the situation differently, that maybe you are misplaced. Maybe you're not in the right place right now. Maybe you're supposed to be doing something differently. Okay. So let's get some closing messages from Seasons of the Witch IMBOLC Oracle. Yeah, and again, this is not like by any means that like you have to take action on something right now, because again, we do have about 6 more weeks before the momentum picks up for spring. So it's like you're being prepared. You're being prepared to maybe take a look at a different path, something that feels more fulfilling on a soul level and emotional level. Because whatever you guys were involved in here, it does feel very like ego driven or just like passion driven. And it kind of feels like it's missing some elements. It feels like it's missing your heart, and it feels like it's missing your intuition. So we have the grimoire. Keep what is sacred near to you, for it is only to be shared when you are ready. Yeah, exactly. So it's like whatever you guys are realizing right now, whatever you guys are learning about yourselves and about your path and about whatever you guys are learning right now, this is like some sort of growth that you're doing in secret. A lot of you guys, as I was saying in the beginning, you could be, you could be tapping into some sort of occult knowledge, or you could be studying something. You could be realizing something about your spiritual path and about your own life and what you're supposed to be doing. It's kind of just coming full circle here. Maybe you guys are working on something. Maybe you guys are about to pursue something, but it's saying only to be shared when you are ready. So going after something when you feel like it's the right time. Let's get one more message. It's too many. Let's get one more message, please. One more message. And we have Dawn. Slow it down, move slower still, become the witness, swelling in presence. Yeah, so again, with this hangman energy, the universe wants you to understand that it's not quite time to go after this, but it's almost time. It's like now you're preparing yourself to embrace this new beginning, to take this new path, to embrace love, to open up your heart. And it's like the universe wants you to slow down a little bit more with this hangman energy, to kind of take in every moment, to be present in the moment, because there's something about this like in between time that is teaching you something about yourself. And I think I'm also going to read these for you guys. So we'll come back to Dawn. Do grimoire first. So the keywords here are avoiding gossip, keeping secrets, and guarding your plans. Yeah, so maybe there's something here about you guys not supposed to, you're not supposed to share what you're working on. You're not supposed to share something that you've kept to yourself quite yet. Be careful about how much you share over the next coming weeks, because you may be too quick to share information that could be harmful to yourself or others. This card warns against gossip and the damage it can cause. Ask yourself if you truly need to share this piece of information. What is the purpose of doing so, and does it have the potential to bring someone grief in the process? Yeah, so for some of you guys, this is definitely, it's like you guys are in your mind about making a decision, maybe to leave a job, to leave a person, a relationship, a family member, to leave something behind, right, that you've been involved in for a while. And maybe it's not the right time to leave, or it's not the right time to bring it up in conversation. It's something about maybe you need to wait a little bit longer. So yeah, this is definitely something that's kind of swirling around in your mind, but you haven't really vocalized yet. Aside from gossip, this card also suggests now is not a good time to share your plans. Others may be listening closely, waiting for the right bit of information to either derail your plans or steal them outright. Keeping your secrets for a time will also be beneficial for you, as you may need to work out more details before sharing anything with those closest to you. Doing so will allow you to solidify your plans without having to justify your actions or feel the need to offer an explanation if things don't work out as you expected. Keeping a grimoire, journal, or other sacred book will give you a safe space to share your thoughts and keep your personal records. Use this for now, then revisit your question again in 4 weeks' time. Yeah, 4 weeks, so 4 to 6 weeks when spring comes around. Yeah, it's like you guys are supposed to be preparing. And if you guys are the type of person who like talks a lot or needs to kind of vocalize yourself to vent, maybe you guys are being called to journal. You guys are being called to write down your thoughts, because there could be a lot going on in your mind that you don't trust anyone with. It kind of does feel like some of you guys have people around you who are like kind of waiting for news. They're waiting for you to do something. They're waiting for you to say something. Maybe they know that you know something. It's like they know that you know something about, like, yeah, something like that. So it's like you guys have to wait a little bit longer before you say anything. Yeah, this is an interesting energy. I'm hearing don't blow your cover yet. So I don't know who you guys are around, but you definitely know something that others are waiting for you to kind of express. So we have dawn, stillness, focusing on the self and presence. There is a great intelligence in stillness, in which you are free to disconnect from the noise and chaos of everyday life. You are being asked to look past your need to be productive, choosing instead to stand still, be at ease, and take solace in doing absolutely nothing. This is your time to rest and reflect. Listen to your spirit, asking it what it needs in this moment to be honored and fulfilled. Do you truly need to take action right now, or is it that your ego is giving you a false sense of urgency? Yeah, it's pretty much what I'm saying. Are you keeping yourself busy to avoid looking too closely at feelings that are attempting to bubble over? Yeah, again, same theme. What would happen if you allowed yourself to feel the truth of your emotions rather than trying to push them away? Receiving this card suggests that you are ready to face things and heal them so you can find the truth of what's hiding underneath. Receiving this card may also mean time in solitude is a powerful healing method for you to embrace. Yeah. So some of you guys could be having a huge awakening emotionally. You could be just experiencing a lot of like, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to face myself. I don't want to feel that, right? But there's this huge element of really needing to just sit your ass down. Like, hangman, sit your ass down, 4 of Cups, even against your will, because as I was saying in the very beginning of the reading, when I was talking about the transits, it's like you can either willingly feel your emotions, you can willingly take this path, or you can allow the universe to force you to sit down. And it's usually in these situations where things are more of like tower moments. It's like when we're not listening to our intuition, when we're not listening to the guidance the universe is giving us, there tends to be a moment of unexpected tower moment where something happens in our life where we are forced to relax. And this could come in the form of like a car accident, an injury, something, God forbid, like someone passing in your family, or it's like something forces you to slow down. Something forces you to like have a wake-up call where it's like, damn, I really need to look at this, or I really need to change something about myself. And this is where a lot of you guys seem to be at right now. So it's like the advice here is to just slow down, because I feel like you want to pursue something, you want to make something happen, maybe just a little sooner than it's supposed to happen. And there is this energy of needing to just wait a couple more weeks. And I feel like this has, again, a lot to do with the energies that we're experiencing right now in the collective and the seasons. And I think everything is going to align with the beginning of the spring and then summer. So, yeah. You guys could be really either feeling a lot or you're thinking a lot. There's like a lot going on in the head space, or there's a lot going on in the heart space that maybe you really want to talk about. I don't know, maybe you don't know who you can trust with your emotions. And if this has to do with like work or creative idea, maybe you just don't feel like you can trust anyone around you. Yeah, and you're being called to maybe just not maybe launch that project yet, or not go after that. I don't know. I really don't know. It's going to be different for everybody. Whatever you guys are really wanting to jump the gun on right now, you're supposed to wait a little bit longer. especially if it has to do with creativity, work, or a relationship, or just, I don't know, expressing yourself about something. Yeah, especially if this has to do with you leaving something behind. Maybe the person or the energies or the situation that you're leaving behind, you need to be very careful with. And it's not in like a scary way, but it's like, it's just not time yet. It's like you don't want to rush the timeline. You don't want to ruin the natural unfolding of events that is supposed to happen. So yeah, it's like maybe your mind is ready, or maybe your heart is ready, but it's like your physical life is not ready. And things always happen first in the spiritual and in the heart space and the emotions. We always feel that first. When we feel a change coming, we feel it in our intuition, we feel it in our mind and our heart. And the last thing to happen is the physical change. And I feel like this is where we are right now. It's like we know that something's going to change. We know that we have to leave something in order to pursue something else. But it's like, yeah, it's just not time yet. I feel like I'm being told to stop talking. It's just not time yet. Yeah. So keep that thought in mind. Keep that path in mind, that creative idea, or whatever you want to pursue, whatever it might be, that move, that relationship. I feel like there's still a little bit of personal healing that needs to take place as well before something can happen, which is going to unfold over the next couple weeks. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave that here. I hope I was able to connect to you guys in this reading. And let me know if you guys enjoy me talking about the transits, the astrological transits. I am trying to do more of that moving forward. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings for you. Bye.